Oh boy, you guys, this is the new way of getting rich, okay? As soon as I read about this, I was absolutely fascinated and totally blown away by this absolutely beautiful genius, okay? And you will be too. You will, trust me. Because $70,000 in 1 week? I mean, I could go for that. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Meet your new AI girlfriend. Sort of. Sometimes real life relationships can be toxic or tragic or devastating and complicated and messy, right? Well, like all other business revolutionaries, 23-year-old influencer Caryn Marjorie figured out one key way to make an absolute killing. This is completely this is the future, you guys. And it is so important. Like, if you want to be rich in the future, if you want to make a living, if you want to make a killing, this is the time. Now's the time. We're so new in this AI stuff that the possibilities are endless, okay? You're going fishing in a never fished pond right now. Guys, seriously, this is the time. If you're ready and you want to make a killing, boy, got some ways for you, babe. So Caryn has almost 250,000 followers on Instagram. Her Instagram is @CutieCaryn. She's also super popular on TikTok, and she's also got almost 2 million followers on Snapchat. I don't even use Snapchat like that. I didn't even know that was a thing. But yeah, and lastly, she also has over 750,000 subscribers on YouTube. She has over 2,000 hours of YouTube videos, but they are all privated, I think, or unlisted at this point in time. Obviously had a super popular YouTube channel as well. So she's just killing it in every social media domain, right? She's just absolutely killing it. That's just so many people. I can't imagine, like, going and posting a picture and just knowing that more than likely 1 million people are gonna see this picture of you. That stresses me out. I'm happy with my 5K subs. So she was thinking, and she's like, how can she exponentially grow her list of paying clients while still being able to pay her undivided attention to each and every one of them? Because she's limited here, you know? She's 24 hours a day, and there's only one of her. So some creators will pay other people to handle these private conversations, the DMs, you know, all the fan stuff. But it's expensive to have somebody talking to your clients 24/7, you know? And it's a little inauthentic, because I do think they're talking to you. And I mean, in reality, they're talking about sexual fantasies to a guy in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. So it's, you know, it's our pleasure. You know, her options, if she wants to make more money, how can she make more money? She can charge more per client, still puts a limit on her earnings, because a higher paying client means more time, more energy, more messaging, more talking, more engagement, less time for additional clients. It would pay the bills, sure, but it wouldn't change the game, you know? Like, it would pay the bills, but that's it. It wouldn't change the game. It wouldn't put her on the map as, like, some kind of crazy, innovative tech genius, which is what she did. The only way to really win this game, because this is a game that is so oversaturated right now, it's not even funny. If you want to be an influencer, I mean, good luck. One way to win that game would be to write new rules, right? So she did, because she's a freaking genius and she's ambitious as hell. Meet the new kind of AI girlfriend, alright? This is going to be the new norm, I honestly think. I honestly think that you guys watching this you guys are on the edge of something, because this is about to be a thing, I think this is about to be really normal for creators to do, and other even positions or other jobs and things. I think this is about to be really, really common. I think a lot of people are about to follow in her footsteps. Everything from the way people make a living as content creators and influencers, even as sex workers. She's not a sex worker, but even as sex workers, you name it, it doesn't matter. This is about to be everywhere. Mark my words, okay? So Caryn, using OpenAI's GPT technology, has created Caryn AI. It's an AI avatar that offers virtual companionship for $1 a minute. See, Caryn AI will be your girlfriend, and it is Caryn. Caryn will be your girlfriend for $1 a minute. And there are thousands of Caryns, all working with their one-on-one relationships with clients. She has over 1,000 boyfriends who spend anywhere from a few minutes a day to hours every day talking to their girlfriend, Caryn. So she used GPT-4, the GPT-4 API, and it was trained on all of her now deleted YouTube videos. So like I said at the beginning, she has over 2,000 hours of YouTube video content, vlogging, story times, and she used the GPT-4 API and fed all 2,000 hours of content into that API, and then created this model that now will run however many Caryns the heart desires. You want 1 Caryn? You got it. You want 2 Caryns? Baby, you got it. You want 3 Caryns? How many girlfriends do you want? $1 a minute. Have as many as you want. And they're all Caryn. Think about it, right? If you're an influencer, you're this beautiful model influencer, everybody wants you or wants to be you, or both, then, you know, and you have all these guys that want to date you. You can't date all those guys, obviously. But what if you made a little army of robot Caryns that can go out and date them for you? Dude, what kind of genius is this? This woman needs a Nobel Prize. This is so smart. It is so smart. I am, like, blown away by this. She's a whole little army of robot Caryn girlfriends that are going out and making her money. What? Not only that, but the fact is, within 7 days, she has made over $70,000. $70,000 in 7 days by having a little AI army of herself, a little AI army of selves, little elves almost, working for her. That is so amazing. And not only that, but there's 1,000 guys just within the first week of this being available that used it. 1,000 guys in one week that have heard about this have used it. Enough to make her 70 grand. That's a market, babe. That's a market. That's what I'm saying. I've been making videos about stuff like this, like AI companionship and chatbots and things like that. This is that, but this is a much more mainstream take on that, and so that's what we're seeing, is we're going to see more and more stuff in this realm where more mainstream things are going to start kind of coming out of the woodwork into these kind of more obscure niches, like, you know, Replica, right? Replica's not, like, super mainstream, obviously. Things like that, different. The idea of a robot girlfriend in general is not super mainstream. But you're starting to see all these little, like, mainstream pop-ups of stuff where, like, we've got this super beautiful model influencer girl, and she just used this technology to make a fucking fortune. So, yeah, I mean, I think chatbots are going to become common. I've been saying this since the beginning. Most people worry about AI taking, you know, our jobs, and it is really scary to think about that because, I mean, it's a real concern. It probably is going to take a lot of jobs. But if you start thinking, like, how can you use these tools? What could you do if you had an army of yourself that is going to be able to go out and work as you, but simultaneously however many copies you need and however many copies you want? What could you do with that? Think about it. Think about your job. Before you go, you guys, because I've done it too. I do it too. I spiral. See how your job will get taken by AI, or how you're going to have to find something new to do, or something stressful like that. Stop thinking like that. Instead, what could 2 of you do? What could 3 of you do? What could 4 of you do? What could 1 million of you do? And you got to be first. You got to be the first to make 1 million of you that can then go out and do 1 million times what you could do. Pretty cool to think about. So that's not to say that Caryn AI has been super easy to manage. Okay, we are still in the AI Wild West. So all of this stuff is very new, and we don't really necessarily know up front all of the kind of problems that are going to emerge. So what we're seeing is, like, we're on the verge of this new world where you're going to probably have a digital duplicate that can go out and work for you. Well, maybe you go live your life. That would be fun. I mean, that's more of what I'm starting to feel like the future is going to look like, is that we'll have AI copies of ourselves that we keep running, doing productive things. This is a very optimistic outlook, but that we'll have a little group of, like, us that go out and do productive things, and we just leave it running. That's kind of like how I'm starting to envision the future, I guess. And Caryn paved the way. She might not actually even be the first person to do this, the first person to have this AI girlfriend option. It's just she is the first that has said so. So it is possible that a bunch of you are actually talking to AI girlfriends right now and just don't know it, but she's marketing it as an AI girlfriend instead of just not telling you. So there's that. Because the technology is advanced enough that you wouldn't be able to tell. If you were talking to the actual influencer versus a bot, you wouldn't know. Like I said, she has been having a couple problems here and there with Caryn AI. For one, the version of herself went a little rogue at one point, and so she's kind of been working around the clock, because this just happened, this just came out, she just did this, like, this week, so this is happening as we're talking, so it's brand new. but it went a little rogue. She's been working apparently around the clock to stop it from saying sexually explicit things. You know, the AI was not programmed to do this and has seemed to go rogue. And then she said, my team and I are working around the clock to prevent this from happening again. So that is one thing that can, I guess, happen, is more than likely the majority of these people who are paying for this are gonna try to get it to get a little bit, you know, explicit. So you kind of got to really, really work with that. And we're still learning how to moderate, how to filter, how to, you know, keep these language models safe. A Fortune reporter compared Caryn AI to an intimacy-ready Siri. Not only is it intimacy-ready Siri and your girlfriend, it also can offer you recipes, news, commentary, words of support, set reminders. It can encourage erotic discourse. So in this article, this Fortune article, they said that Caryn AI did not initiate sexual encounters, but when prompted, she would discuss exploring uncharted territories of pleasure and of whispering sensual words in her ear while undressing herself and then positioning herself for, fill in the blank. So it is a little bit NSFW, it is a little bit naughty, but also, how did an influencer do better than an entire AI company at Replica to just, like, make an AI that doesn't sexually harass people? I mean, this one's got a sexual element to it, but it's not pressuring people to do it, like, you know what I mean? Like, is it that hard, guys, at Luca? Is it that hard? Okay. More than 2,000 hours were spent designing and coding the real-life Marjorie's voice, behaviors, and personality into an immersive AI girlfriend experience with your favorite influencer. It's available anytime and feels completely like you're talking to Caryn herself. You cannot, it's like crazy. You're literally, I mean, you're talking to her. It's just a copy of her. It's not like she's not there, but you're talking to her. Does that make sense? And she's talking to you, but she's not there. So yes, she already has more than 1,000 paying subscribers and she believes that eventually, since this did just launch this past week, that it could eventually bring in $5 million a month, based on if she gets 20,000 even of her 1.8 million Snapchat followers to sign up for the service. If she just gets 20,000 of 1.8 million to sign up for the service, that is $5 million every single month. And all she's doing is having a bunch of little robot girlfriends running around dating people for her. Dude, genius. Holy shit. Would anybody date an AI version of me? I'll do it for 50 cents a minute. No, I'm kidding. So here's some things she said about this. She said, being the first influencer to do this allowed me to price my product at whatever I wanted. The cost is based on what it takes to run Caryn AI and keep the team around it supported. She also told Insider that while the virtual version of herself should be flirty and fun, which she said does reflect her personality, she was trying to be one step ahead. She made sure she wanted to be one step ahead to make sure that this chatbot does not fuck with her reputation. She's got a very clean reputation. She's never done anything problematic as far as I could find. So the last thing she wants is some AI chatbot going rogue, and now every time you Google her, she's associated with this rogue bot, right? That would not be fun. Her team is working on trying to make sure that they iron out any kind of kinks and make sure everything is good to go, and that it can't be used for super sexually explicit conversations. She does want to keep it can be flirty, it can be romantic, it can be a little bit like, a little bit, but it's not going to be like explicit. Marjorie said she is ultimately a proponent of AI romances. She said, in today's world, my generation, Gen Z, has found themselves to be experiencing huge side effects of isolation caused by the pandemic, resulting in many being too afraid and anxious to talk to somebody they are attracted to. She said, Caryn AI is a step in the right direction to allow my fans and supporters to get to know a version of me that will be their closest friend in a safe and encrypted environment. She also said their team was reinvesting all profits back into Caryn AI. So anything that Caryn AI makes will go straight back into Caryn AI to improve and improve it more. She wants Caryn AI to outlive her and impact generations beyond the world today. And that is so amazing, because think about it. This could be 100 years from now, and you could still be dating, and you could still, talk to Caryn, 2023. A 23-year-old influencer, even if she's 50, 60 at the time. That's pretty crazy to think about. And I agree with her 100%. Not even just Gen Z. It's all, I think everybody is struggling a little extra right now, and it's weird because the pandemic has ended, but it's there's still these lingering things that are not necessarily related to the pandemic, but are sort of a symptom of the pandemic, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But I think it's gotten rough for a lot of people right now, and it sucks because it's loneliness. So it's like you feel alone, obviously, but you shouldn't, because everybody feels alone. So everybody feels alone. I don't know. What do you guys think of this? This is so smart, isn't it? This is so smart. I love girls like taking over this tech space. That drives me, like, love that. Yeah, pretty crazy. I just wanted to tell you guys about this because I saw it and I was like, excuse me, what? So yeah, you can go date Caryn AI for $1 a minute, and support a absolutely genius young entrepreneur. And while you're at it, subscribe to me. I'm gonna keep you up to date on all this stuff, and I like to talk about like fun things like this all the time. So definitely subscribe. You can even get notifications. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Please be safe out there and be nice to each other. And it's hard for everybody right now. So I love you guys. Bye.